Yo, what's up, guys? Back with the third video. I know it's been a while, like since my last one. I was gonna try like upload at least like every other day or like 2 days or so in between uploads, at least like for the first few weeks. Just to get myself within the rhythm of uploading. But NBA playoffs started, and yes, like yes. But what I wanted to talk about today, it's been on my mind recently, especially like since I've kind of been thinking more clear. It's love and heartbreak. And those are two like very deep, human, I guess, events that we go through. And before we get into the complexities of it, and especially like my personal like experiences with battling the two, and now what I've come to understand, growing because of them, I just want to say something. I will let every young man, well, regardless of, gender or ideology, this shouldn't matter, right? Love is about sacrifice. No matter your perception of love, because I know people have different concepts of what love is. Listen, love is beyond any other emotion that humans can possibly, feel, right? It persists longer than anger, happiness, sadness, guilt. Of all the emotions that any one person could even conceive, love conquers all of them. And I'm not saying that to be cliche. It's literally just that intricate, right? Love is something that can be defined or measured by any therapist, by any psychologist, by any historian, right? By any scientist, because it's an innate feeling that only the person's feeling it can truly experience, right? Like everybody can generalize anger. Anybody can, generalize, joy. And those feelings kind of come and go. I mean, of course, love can fluctuate, but it's also one of those emotions that builds bonds over time. It's like one of those emotions that kind of make you want to do more than yourself. If you guys are following what I'm trying to say, and I'm gonna tell you guys like a really like deep quote, and this is from like the book The Prophet by Khalil Gibran. Like many of you probably are already aware of it, but in it he stated, "Ever has it been that love knows not of its own depth until the hour of separation." Khalil Gibran. And with that being said, is that you can kind of relate it to like another quote, which is funny because I've just recently played this video game again, but it was in Fallout 4. And it's like a little scene in which one of the main, like one of the earlier antagonists actually, Conrad Kellogg, it's a little, memory that he has where you're going through his memories. And it's the one where he has a girlfriend and a child. And if you, interact with his memory of him specifically, he starts talking about like loss and kind of like heartache in a way, and how you never truly understand the severity of something until it's no longer there for you to care about, right? But in reality, you never cared about it to begin with because you always knew it was there. Basically, in the quote, he said, "The thing about happiness is that you never really knew you had it until it's gone, right? I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. You too focused on the petty bullshit, like, the next job or paycheck or whatever. But it's only by looking back, by comparison of what comes after, that one can truly understand, damn, that's what happiness felt like." And that shit kind of hits you like a truck because it's a sad resolve for all of the human beings that had the whole world in their hands and let it slip by one tiny mistake that ended a long line of lasting like relations, right? I know that I'm making this deeper than it seems on some scales, but like some scales are just that deep and you don't realize it until it's just not there anymore. And that's how I kind of felt with the love that I had for this girl or being in love in general. And heartbreak is not bad at all, right? when I was indulging with those women's, like I was just using it as a learning curve, or I thought that I was. And in some ways, I guess it was because it helped me like understand more and more about the duality of women and men and how female nature kind of works. They are very, chaotic beings. As beautiful as they may be on the outside, their mind is hardwired subconsciously to like mess with our psyche. And as a man, you're supposed to stay firm in your skin and allow them to be in their chaotic lifestyle. We must coexist as one, not change one another. Don't get that twisted. But back to the gist, right? So I was just wondering, like, as a husk, just giving myself, right, to like many women, like thinking that, okay, if I'm validated or idolized by my body or what I can offer a woman, then that counts as love, right? Then I'll be okay. But I was wrong. That's further from the truth. I lost my self worth. I lost my self respect. And yes, I guess you may get like applause, or like, kudos from like other men, like, oh yeah, this nigga is like bagging bitches, like he got the bodies and shit. Like, oh yeah, bro, this nigga like that. Like, how you talking to? But you're left with a sacrificial soul. Like you're left with an empty void because what are you truly doing? Like, what relationships are you building? What knowledge are you gaining from this? It's not love. It's just lust. And it's not true validation. You're just being used. And I didn't realize it until like I finally got older and I started like holding my seed and I started like, taking better care of myself. Like, nah, there is more layers to me than just like sex and empty, being laid up. Like it's look, don't get it twisted. It's nothing wrong if you just want to have, your one night stands here and there, or you just want to, have a good time with a girl, but don't allow yourself to dive into abusing it though, right? Anything can be abused, even things that are perceived as good. And that was my problem. I thought that if I used all of my time and energy on women, that I would end up finding love again, or I would find another girl that was like her. And that wasn't the case. The crazy part is like all the good women that were in my life that gave me fair chances, even though I showed them time and time again that I was nothing. I pushed them away. Like I literally self-sabotaged it. But it was one girl that changed my life forever that like I still indulge with to this day, and like bless her heart. And I hope she's watching this. Like you're very much loved. She really changed my whole worldview on like what true love is, or like what it means to be in love with another human being. Because out of all the women that I went through and like was just giving myself, she was the first one to like actually turn my brain on instead of my, my dick. And with me saying this is that like the words that she would say to me, like she actually was interested in trying to understand everything there was to know about me. Like she asked me about my day. And I know that sounds so minuscule, but like, bruh, as a man, we don't really get talked to like regular people that much or like get complimented that much, especially like when you're perceived as like, a man whore or like, a playboy, and which was the reputation that I have built like after high school, of course, because like I was just indulging a woman all in college to try to get over a girl that didn't care about me. And she really was like trying to pick my brain, like trying to understand like why did I think the way that I thought, like why did I treat women the way that I did. She recommended me books. She got me closer to God, all while I was still doing the most heinous acts that a man could possibly do to show a girl that he's no good. And she's still seeing the light within my heart. And maybe she might have been a little bit fucking psychotic herself, right? But who cares? That makes us all the more match made, right? I just seen the light. And heartbreak, listen, every man, every woman will go through it, but it's all about how you treat yourself after, like the person that you become after, because there's always another level, right? There's always a next step. If you get your heart broken, don't take the route in which you will self dab into complete self worthlessness and abuse of women, drugs, and a life that will do you no favors, but have baby mamas get killed or have something uncurable. I'm trying to let you guys know that is not the way, because you won't be happy in the end. Use it as an experience, because there are a lot of individuals in this world that may be the one for you, and they're waiting for you. And it is real. Love is real. I know in this era there's a lot of hoe or hookup culture going on. Listen, all the more reason why finding the one will just be that more cherishable. And with love, be wary of it. It is possible to be in love at a young age, but don't put all your eggs in one basket. That don't mean run out here and just indulge in other individuals, but don't be so quick to give one person your all, right? Because you never know the last time you'll see their smile again. And that's all for today. See you guys.